Hello, everybody. Wait, hello, everybody, and welcome to this stream where we are going to just chat a bit. Wow, what is going on with this? This is not fun. This is the first time I've seen myself today. I'm not pleased, guys. I'm not pleased at all. Oh, my beard's looking weird. I'm just looking weird. Yeah, let's see. The kitchen's looking a bit shab. So let's do that. Yeah, that's better. Rule of thirds. Here we go. Oh, so how are you guys doing? As you come in, let me know. And we will just chat. But yeah, the website that I've had since 2016 is no longer there. So everything from that, the podcast, the blood rag issues, the free PDF books and shit I had up there, those are all gone. What is up, Nikki Jam? So it's kind of a turning of a page. There's been a lot of page turning happening recently, and it's kind of fucking exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I've been kind of going through it, but it's all good. It's okay. And we'll probably get into all of that shit, but the last few months, I've been working on, not because I want to, but working on patients. Not because I'm a doctor, but because I have always been the person that I want something, I get the thing. And that's just it. Like, if I want something, I want it now, and that's when I'm going to get it. Whether it is like my work or what else? Like, just anything. I'm a consumer, but I'm also somebody that just gets what they fucking want. And I'm still doing that, but it doesn't happen at the pace that I'm used to having it happen in. And I don't want to be like a bratty kid. Like, I didn't get my blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not used to it. And like, that's one of the reasons why I never submitted to magazines, really. Like, I did for a bit, but like not heavily, because like I need immediate gratification. Like, I need, like, if it's going to take you 6 to 9 months to put my one poem out, I'll just publish 15 books by the time you do that, because I don't give a shit. And I'm not just talking about work. I'm talking about like my life, my personal life, my like the business side of my work life and things like that. So it's just it's very different for me, and trying to learn lessons and being aware that you're growing and learning lessons is very hard. So that's the first lesson. Second lesson is one that's a little more oh shit, no, there's even more than that. The second lesson, we'll just say, is setting boundaries. And like, we set boundaries for ourselves to protect ourselves, you know? And me being someone who, it's really hard to set boundaries in the first place, makes it difficult when I do like push myself forward to set boundaries and then people don't respect my boundaries. And that is like such a new fucking thing for me. Like a new um world that I don't know what to do when my boundaries aren't respected. It's like, oh, so I set the boundary and now you did like the absolute opposite. Like, what do I do now? Do I punish you? Do I like punish me? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a weird thing that don't I don't know about. I don't know how to fix. You know what I'm saying? So that's been really tricky because now, as one who is setting boundaries, um, it seems that the people I set the boundaries with don't give a fuck. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe those people aren't people to have in your life. But that is also a very weird thing for me to like decide who gets to stay and who gets to go. It's fucking weird. Like, just don't be shit and like everything will be fine. It's like, I don't know why that's so difficult to fucking figure out. The third, and I don't want to say final lesson I've been learning, um, is actually a really hard one for me to deal with because I kind of idle at this. Like, this is like me base level, but it's pride. And I I don't know. I'm going to try to explain this in the most humble way possible. And I don't think I can talk about these things without coming off as braggy, but I'm going to attempt my best way. I completely 100% understand that I have done more than probably, I don't know, I'm sure there's somebody who's done more than me, you know? Like, there's got to be, but like, I have put out more music. I've been in more bands. I published more books. I've made more movies. I've written more scripts. I've pretty much knocked everything off my bucket list. Um, I don't know. Like, I've fucking done it, And like, quality is something that people can argue with, but it's subjective. So, whatever. But it's like, I guess I just feel like, and this is where I feel like a weird elitism comes up in me, where when people who have done nothing or close to nothing try to like tell me blah 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 about the things I make, the art I make, the words I write, whatever, um, it hurts me on a different level. And I probably shouldn't even be talking about this because I'm giving shitty people fucking ammunition right now. But it's like for instance, the most, like, you guys all know, I was in a relationship a few years ago. Well, I teach. I can't. I get you. I get you. But like, I was in a relationship a couple years ago, or that ended a couple years ago, and it was really verbally abusive, and it was really awful, and I'm not trying to put the blame on her, like, there were definitely things I could have done better, for real. But the thing that hurt me more than anything she ever fucking said to me was, well, there were a couple things, but the thing that, like, really stuck in my craw, and I could still see her standing there, and I could still hear the words coming out of her mouth, was, she's like, "Your poems are lies." And that fucking cut me so deep, and I'm never gonna forget that. Like, that will always play in my head. And she knew that was gonna hurt me because, like, we got together basically because, like, of the poetry, you know? And our relationship basically started with us writing poems back and forth, you know? And she was the muse for a very long time. And for her to tell me that, like, my poems were lies, she might as well have, like, I don't know, said my soul was ugly, or she could have kicked a puppy, or told me my kid was dumb, or something like that. Like, it just hurt so bad. And so I think there's a part of me that is always like, well, I will prove them wrong, you know? Like, but it's like, how do you prove to someone that your poems aren't lies? Um, and then, so what I'm getting at, and that was the point. That was the point that I teach, so I can't. Or are you talking more about what I just said about her hurting me? But yeah, like, she knew she was going to hurt me by doubling down and being twice as honest. Yeah, like, I don't know, because the whole thing is I'm trying to not be as honest now with my poems because, like, you know how they say the pen's mightier than the sword and all that shit? Like, I have said some things that have fucking cut people. And I just don't want to do that. But anyway, so back to this pride thing. Um I notice that when people not so much attack my work, like, I don't give a fuck if you like my work or not. Like, a lot of people love it, so that's good enough for me. And, like, again, art is subjective, blah blah blah. But when you attack my ability to create, or my creativity, or um, scoff at my accomplishments, or anything like that, I feel like I have to, like, puff up and, like, prove that I'm legit. And honestly, because I didn't come from, like, film school or MFA programs or whatever, like, I feel like I've always had to prove myself. And I always prove myself by scoreboard. You know, like, you could say whatever you want, but look at the scoreboard. Look what I've done. Look what you've done. What do you want? You want a cookie? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm gonna pat you on the head and give you an attaboy? Like, what? What do you want? So it's like, I always feel like I need to lash out, I guess. And for a long time, when I would lash out, I would lash out by pointing out why the person talking to me hasn't accomplished as much as I have, why they aren't as good as me, blah, 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 blah. And that got tiring because, like, I don't like to hurt people. Like, I don't want to fucking hurt someone's feelings. Like, they're trying, they're doing the best they can or whatever. Like, I don't know, they don't gotta fucking prove themselves to me. I'm not their fucking dad, you know? But when what I've been doing now is when I puff up and I end up like, I don't know, spouting my resume or something like that, you know? And it's silly. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. And for me to realize that like my life's work at the end of the day for me doesn't matter. Like, it's like, then what the fuck am I doing all this for? Like, why do I try to prove myself to people? Like, the proof is in the pudding, you know? And so it's just, it goes back to this whole thing where, like, why why talk about it? Why brag about it? Like, fuckers are gonna fuck. That's just how life is. Like, shitty people who can't will just tear the people down that can. And if the people who can are nice or um not wanting to hurt that person, they just fucking lash out. And Nikki wants a cookie, everybody. Like, everyone throw cookie emojis in the chat so Nikki could have a cookie. Oh. But being self-aware is hard because when you are self-aware, the only thing that you are aware of is where you fall short. And accepting that is very difficult because a lot of times when you accept that, it's also proving other people's point that hurt you or who have said things that hurt you, you know. And then the hard growing part is, now what do I do? How do I fix that? How do I better myself? How do I be a better person? And it's really hard to do when you're alone. But it's also it's a lot easier to do when you're on your own. Life is just harder when you don't have a support system. And a lot of people I've been talking to, like, have been going through it. Like, I posted videos about it in the past, like, whatever. So much so that some fucking douchebag, like, I think one of the videos was called why is everyone going through so much right now? And then, like, he came in spelling it wrong, and he's like, because that's just life, that's it. And it's like, wow, thank you for showing up, never commenting on one of my videos before, and spouting this pearl of fucking wisdom. I feel so much better now. Thanks, dick. But anyway, so there's all sorts of shit like that. But Having pride in oneself is good. Being prideful in an attempt to hurt other people is not good. And I don't think that was ever my intent, but I feel like in certain situations that has definitely been a byproduct of how I tried to set somebody straight. And it's not fun. And I don't know. I yeah, I don't know. Like I don't have a whole lot to say about it. If you guys want to ask any questions about it or say anything about it, feel free to. But I am just kind of going through it right now. I had a kind of rough week as far as adulting goes. But like the wise man said, but that's just life though. That's it. Um, oh, that's another thing too. This is what this is just like a total side comment. And you big motherfuckers out there, you're gonna know what I'm feeling right now. First off, I have these giant cockish thumbs. Okay. They're huge. All right. Phones are phones. Phones don't get wider if your hands are the size of like napkin dispensers. Okay. They're just phones. Okay. So when I, not like I'm getting into it with someone, but the messages are going back and forth relatively quickly. I'm typing, big thumbs, pretty soon all the text messages don't even fucking say anything anymore. It's like I'm trying to hit a button and I end up hitting what the auto response thing is. I'm like I'm typing. My phone's starting to get confused. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. So it just starts making up words for autocorrect, or autocorrect's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to check out. Like you deal with these words with 17 vowels and no consonants. We'll see how you do later. And then like the person who I'm talking to, instead of like having a conversation with me, will show me the words I misspelled, because that's helpful. And it's like, oh, you know how to spell things. That's fantastic. What have you done? Nothing? Oh, okay, cool. Because I don't know how to spell and I have big thumbs and I sell books. So what the fuck? If it wasn't for spell check on my computer, I never would have been able to sell a book. Shoot me. Like, what do you fucking want? Oh yeah, Nikki wants a cookie. Forgot about that. Dude, relatable. I don't even have the big thumbs excuse. So anyway, it's just like I'm hurt by people, but me saying that thing like, oh, okay, well, I sell books and I don't know how to spell. So what is that to you? Like, do I say that to try to rub that in? Like, I do this. I have a small amount of success doing it, and I still don't know how to spell that. Or my thumb didn't want me to spell it correctly. Whatever, But like, why do I even fucking say anything? Like, what is the point? What is the point? And this was a big problem with my last ex, actually. There were two problems. One, she hated the fact that I never forgot anything. And I would go, oh, but like 7 months ago when we were sitting on the veranda, you said blah, 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 blah. That would drive her fucking crazy. She hated that. She's like, I used to think all I wanted was a man to hear me and listen to me. But now that I have one, I fucking hate it. I would rather be ignored. And I'm like, that's sad. I mean, and that says way more about you than it does about me. But so there's that. But the second thing is that like I talk too much, you know? Like I don't have to be right. I don't need to have the last word, you know? Like there are times to just hold space, even when someone's mad at you, you know? But um, a lot of times, I think being right is more important in some cases. But when you're talking to someone who's already really upset, they don't fucking care who's right. They're upset and they're going to vent and they're going to yell and they're going to fucking tell you how they feel. And me pointing out, oh, but actually where you're wrong, da, 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 not helpful. I mean, it is helpful, like in realistic, normal human interaction. But when emotions are involved and getting heightened, that doesn't fucking help. And so then it becomes this thing where it's like, well, do I even want to be around somebody who isn't willing or doesn't want to like hear my side of anything? Like that's not fun. Like why the fuck would I put myself through that? Because at that point I think you're just a punching bag. I think. But I don't remember actually the like where this came from, who said it first or whatever. And I'm totally gonna fucking butcher how this goes. But the way I sound right now, the way I'm speaking right now, the words I'm saying right now, this sounds like a defeated man. Okay. Because, like, for those of you who like sports, okay, and watch whatever, when you see the interviews afterwards, whether it's a football game, a baseball game, a fight, whatever, the person who wins or the team who wins, when the interviewer comes up and starts asking them questions and stuff, the answer that the winner has is usually, woohoo, we did it. Yeah, fuck you, motherfuckers. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to Disneyland, whatever. Da, 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 da. Like they're just fucking excited, right? The loser, when they're in their fucking press conference or they're getting interviewed, they're like, yeah, you know, like we tried this, we tried that, and just things didn't really work out that way. You know, they beat us here and beat us here, and you know, you become a fucking philosopher, you know, and I feel like that's what I am right now. Like, I can't remember the saying. It's something like, winners gloat and boast, losers end up being philosophers. I don't fucking know how it goes. One of you guys are probably smarter than me in this and knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Big Thumbs needs to be a chapbook. Dude, that's going to just go into the list of all the needs to be a chapbook titles that I got. Just a load of gibberish poems that we have to decipher. That's fucking hysterical. That's fucking funny. I could probably just like text a bunch of people drunkenly at 3 o'clock in the morning and then take all those texts and just put them into a book. Call it Big Thumbs. There you go. Whew, that is an idea. Second, here's something else for you. For all the poets in the room, and you tell me how this feels. You write a poem, okay? And we'll come back to the philosopher in a minute, because the philosopher needs some cuddles right now. But we'll come back to the philosopher. You write a poem that is really moving and emotional to you. It's bringing tears to your eyes as you're typing. Okay. It's breaking your heart. You share it with somebody. They read it. Don't really seem like any which way about it. Just like, okay, yeah, that was a poem. Okay. And then when they describe the poem back to you, they say, that was a self-indulgent poem. Okay, so here is where we are going to dissect what the fuck that is. All poetry, to some extent, I believe, any art, especially poetry, and maybe even songwriting, is I don't know if I would ever use the word self-indulgent as much as I don't even know, but like self-indulgent is such a antagonistic, insulting way to convey what you think of somebody's art. I don't even know what you would do, because if someone's like, oh, that's very self-indulgent, like you're like, oh, that kind of stung a little bit. But if someone's like, that was self-indulgent, like it's like, oh, so my poems are lies and self-indulgent. Okay, got it. So now this goes into like my fucking mixtape of old tapes that are always going to play whenever I hear someone open their mouth. So that's great. I guess it's my therapist's problem now, not mine. But poetry is the most self-involved writing. That's basically the point. Self-involved. That is a very good way of putting it. Especially if you're writing like internally, like you're writing about your feelings. When you are experiencing something, how that makes you feel, how that, whatever, you know? So I don't know. I think the next chapbook is just going to be called Self-Indulgent, and we'll go from there. But I don't know. I just like I'm trying to learn lessons from this stuff. What can I gather? Like the motherfucker in me is like, oh, you think that's self-indulgent? Hold my fucking beer. Like I'm about to fucking like make you fucking hate the fucking ground I walk on right now. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just going through it right now, and there's so much stuff. I hate second guessing my thoughts. I hate second guessing my work. I hate second guessing anything. And this might go back to patience, but it also might just be pride. Like, is my pride hurt that somebody thought my poem was self-indulgent when it was such an emotional poem to write? Like, that's fucking weird. What does the reader mean when they call Matt Walsh self-indulgent? They mean to hurt me. Like that was meant to hurt me. Just straight up. Like it's almost like when it's kind of like a toxic relationship where you open yourself up to somebody and then they use that, throw it back in your face and do it and it like to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good fucking God. My website was called I Hate Matt Wall, and now it's gone. How self-indulgent can I get? Yeah. I don't fucking know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So that's what's going on. Let me know how you feel about whatever. Self-indulgent, dude. That word has a negative connotation, right? Self-involved. Why? Why, Chrome? Why? This is a coffee mug. I know my thumbs are huge, but they're not the size of a fucking coffee mug. Give me a fucking break. Oh my God. Oh, my beard is just driving me crazy. I need to get some trims. And I think I just need to take better care of my hair. Like, I don't think the shampoo and conditioner combo I have is working very well. I need to bring out the big guns. I need to really fuck this up. What's a good shampoo and conditioner, guys? Drop it in the fucking bippity bop. If you want to. If not, I'll just sit here and pontificate my fucking prideful, egotistical, impatient, bratty child, fucking whatever. Honestly, it only has negative weight if you apply it. Indulging yourself shouldn't be a negative. Everyone should write for themselves first and foremost. Yeah, I think honestly, it was just I knew the person was trying to hurt me. And it hurt. And I think when they said that, it like replayed like the only other time somebody hurt me talking about my poetry, which was my ex. And so it was probably me kind of reliving that, maybe. I don't fucking know. We used Aussie hair care. It's pretty good and ideal for beach lovers. You know what? I used to use that. Is that the one with the little kangaroo on it? Let me see. It's a cheap shot to go after someone's creativity to hurt him. It totally is. It totally fucking is. Yeah. Yeah. I used to use that like 100 years ago. Huh. I should check that out. Maybe I should just fucking cut my beard off. Oh, it's driving me nuts right now. Or maybe I should just cut my hair off. Maybe I'll cut my hair. Maybe I'll do something stupid and crazy like that. Isn't that what people do when they're upset? Like, oh, you hurt my feelings? I'm going to go cut my hair, motherfucker. Oh, it's in caps, so I guess it's legit. Don't shave the beards or the hairs. Okay, you got it. Yeah, where's Jeffree Star when I need him? Fuck. Oh, man. So anyway, so that's what's going on. I got my set list down. I know what songs I'm playing. And I'm pretty sure I have the order. Does he live on a fucking llama ranch now? That's so fucking weird. That is so not where I thought Jeffree Star would end up. Wow, that's crazy. Well, good for him, dude. Go get it. If you want llamas, go get the fucking llamas. But yeah, so as far as covers go, I'm doing the Cramps, Can't Hardly Stand It, the Smiths, Let Me Get What I Want, and Lead Bellies in the Pines. I think those are the only covers I'm going to do. And then the rest are my songs. And yeah, so I don't know. Like that feels pretty good that like I figured that out. And I've just been practicing a lot. If any of you are vocal coaches or have like singing experience, I do have a question. Because especially when I do In the Pines, I sing it at a much lower register than I do almost anything. And I know the lower you sing, the more vibration your vocal cords have. God, even when I think about it, I yawn. Maybe it's just boring. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just fucking boring. But when I'm playing that song a lot, like as I'm like going really low, like I just want to yawn. And I don't know if I'm getting enough oxygen, and that's what the problem is. I just started talking about it and I start yawning. What in the fucking hell is happening? Oh my god. But it's fucking really annoying. And like obviously when you're performing, the last thing you want to do is in the middle of a line yawn. But I just really love the sound like of doing it really low, and then I come up a little bit and then go back down, whatever. That's what she said. Oh, I see. I need Matt Wall to do a cover of House of the Rising Sun because I'm fairly sure it'll be epic. You know. I'm trying to remember when that was. I did do that once. I think it was on the 2016 tour. I was playing that for a little bit. It was okay. I didn't think I was doing it that good. I think I need to change the key of it. And then I could probably pull it off. Oh, good Lord. I need that saltwater spray for my hair. Ooh, Sons of Anarchy era. There were a couple songs from Sons of Anarchy that were like in the show that I ended up playing that were just kind of cool songs. I'm like, ooh, that's a cool fucking song. What were they? I don't know. There were a couple songs that were from shows that I saw back then. That like I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I don't know. Like it doesn't really matter. But there were some good licensed songs in TV shows at that time. There might be now. I just don't watch TV. Oh, do you guys want to hear famous people I ran into lately? If you care. I think we talked about or maybe that was on a member stream, but last weekend I was at a restaurant where I was the only person who didn't know who any of these people were, but like the Vanderpumps, like I can't remember the girl's name, but Jack and whatever from the Valley and I guess Vanderpump something. They were at the restaurant and that was like a big fucking deal. Everyone was like losing their mind. I was just like, can you fucking bring me another martini? Like, what do I have to fucking do here? But then this is going to sound stupid because the only thing I'm going to be able to remember her from is kind of old, but I know she was just in something that was like a big deal. But the girl do you remember when Jim on The Office was dating that Gingy girl? What the fuck was her name? But it was around the time when like the episodes I remember. Was she the one who came in to sell purses? Might have been. And then when the office caught on fire, she showed up to take Jim out to lunch and said that Legally Blonde was her favorite movie, and Pam laughed. And then on the booze cruise, when Pam's boyfriend or fiance proposed to her, like she was Jim's date on that one too. Who was that girl? I can't remember her name. I could probably figure it out. Hang on. I should just Google this thing. This is so stupid. Jim's girlfriend. This is so dumb. Girlfriend on The Office. You never watched The Office? Oh my god. Amy Adams. Do you know Amy Adams? Amy Adams. Anyway, I was at this sushi restaurant, like on the corner right here, and they brought her and like some dude, like probably her significant other, and a couple kids into the place, and she was very polite to me, and that was kind of cool. I didn't want to like make a big deal or stare or be weird, but she was very polite and just like trying to get some fucking sushi. Was she shorter than I thought, you ask that you didn't? I think she was. I remember going, oh, that's where I would see her head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just like, for some reason, I think everyone who's like on a screen is this tall. And it's just like constant eye contact kind of thing. And she was like this tall. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So that was kind of weird. Anyway, so that was something fun, I guess, if you like running into, I don't know. Some people freak out over stars and shit. So Amy Adams. Huh. That's what her name is. Amy Adams. That's a name. All right. What else? What else is going on, guys? Anything? Yeah, I was putting together my new chapbook for this month, and immediately realized that it might not be a good idea, and maybe I need to let that one simmer a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go back and try to find other shit. I'm leaning into my ADHD and prepping 3 books to bounce between them writing wise. Well, I saw your post that was really nifty looking. I blame the goddess Gurf for this one. Oh, Gurf. Where are you, Gurf? My God. Yeah, she's pretty like good at being cheer. Like she's a good cheerleader. Yeah, I think she's lurking. I could feel the Gurfness in the room. That's okay. That's all right. So, yeah, so the chapbook, like, I'm going to have to, the Gurftitude. Yeah. The Gurfmidity. The Gurfometric pressure. All of those weathery things. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I have to figure something out. I have to get the book out, or a book out. I still have to get Seasons of the Muse locked and whatever by the end of this month. The show's on the 24th, and then after the show, I'm going to do the studio sale kind of thing. So this month has a lot going on. And then especially, dude, with just like taxes and shit, like there's a lot going on this month. Fuck. I'm looking at apartments this week, which means I'm looking at amenities this week, and whatever apartment comes with my favorite amenities is where I'm going to be. God, I'm such a bitch. But you know, whatever. It's okay. I just can't wait to drink wine in a hot tub again. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God, just the thought of that just like made me all like, gosh, I am ridiculous. We have 11 days before we find out where we're being posted. Oh my gosh. Could it be anywhere in England or anywhere in the UK? Jimmy, what is up? How you doing, man? Or do you like know kind of roundabout where it will be? Which is going to be on my birthday, which will be either really great or really bad. Okay. Okay. So you guys aren't going to like end up in like Papua New Guinea or anything like that, right? Too bad for the people of Papua New Guinea. Why do you feel like a shit brother? Tell me more. I'm too Irish blooded. I'd curdle. Okay. I'm just going to throw this out there just so you know for future reference. Describing yourself as something that will curdle is not ever acceptable. You need to never do that again. That was a bit much. You found my button and you pushed it. So let's not do that again. I don't think you'll do that. I think you'll just be warmer than usual. Oh my God. Speaking of curdles, there's this place over here that has great fried cheese curds, if you're into that. Really good. Super, super good if you like cheese curds. But anyway, oh yeah. So you've never had them? What? Okay, like you've never had cheese curds on anything, just like normal cheese curds? Tough times and I'm too much of a bum to help properly. That's not fair to you. Yeah, let's not do that, bro. Like whatever you can do that's in your means to help your brother, I'm sure your brother like is greatly like greatly grateful that you were doing that. I've lived a very sheltered life. Yeah, so have you ever had poutine? That's you would actually love that, I would think. It's kind of like a Canadian thing or like northern Midwest thing. If you can't, then that's okay. And probably everyone is aware of that in the situation and like just, do what you can, man. I know like me giving you advice here is like pointless and ridiculous, but like we got to give ourselves grace, We can't just constantly beat ourselves up. Okay, I'm sure you already Googled it, Nikki, but poutine is like basically French fries or chips with cheese curds, which is just big balls of yummy cheese, and gravy, like brown gravy. Now, like depending on where you are and what you could get different kinds of meats in it and stuff. So they're like cheesy chips, very much so, but with gravy and meats, depending on what you want. Like, do you want steak? Do you want fucking sausage? Do you want bacon? Do you want whatever? Like, it is unbelievably amazing. And once you have some poutine, oh man, You are so like, I need a grilled cheese on white bread with no crust and nothing. Do not gravy the cheese. Oh, you don't know what you're missing. You don't like a good meaty gravy? Like, good lord. Isn't there gravy on fucking like everything over there? Like, you guys put gravy on fucking like bread with duck fat. Oh, yep. Thumbs up. Do you guys do that? Like, what do you do? Like, do you use like gentleman's relish on stuff? And oh, I love gravy, but not with cheese. Okay. Well, obviously, this is something you need to mix to see if this is actually going to work. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. But Nikki, explain gentleman's relish. Or can you not do that? Do you know how to do? Do you not know what gentleman's relish is? It's like a fucking like bougie British thing you spread on fucking shit, like crackers and shit for tea. It's rank. Is it better than Marmite? Yeah. Once I said it and you said what the fuck, I'm like, oh yes, that does sound like a euphemism. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just like a real savory kind of spread, right? Again, euphemism all over the place. I need to watch what I say, man. Whew, my goodness. Let's see what's happening here. What was I gonna look at? Oh, this right here. It's put on a plowman's. Plowman's. I don't know what a fucking plowman is. Sounds like a euphemism. Yeah, I don't know what plowman's is. I don't know what that would be. I don't know. Like it's okay. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. I've even like Marmite I've had, and that's not as bad as everyone made me think it was gonna be. It's a plate of salad and pickles and cheese and meat and bread and relish. So a plowman, oh, like a plowman, uh like the guy who runs the plow, he needs a snack. He's hungry. Let's put all this stuff on a plate for him. Is that where that comes from? Because what's that other thing called? There's this other. Well, I think it goes back to the whole thing like, oh, that's a shepherd's pie. That's a pie a shepherd would eat when the shepherd was, oh, and that's a cottage pie. You know, the kind of pie a cottage would eat when it's tired after a long day of being a cottage. Yeah. What is that thing called? We've talked about it before. A pasty? No. uh, yeah. Is it a Cornish pasty? That's not right. It's the fucking meat pie with the big edge on the edge of it, so the coal miners up north could eat it and not get coal. Maybe it is called a Cornish pasty. Pasty. I don't fucking even know how to talk anymore. But so like their dirty fingers wouldn't get on the part that they're eating and they could just like hold the thing and whatever. Yeah, is that what that is? Help me out here. I feel like I'm a little behind on my ancient British food. Pasty. Yeah, a Cornish pasty. But is that what that's where that originates? The the coal miners that fucking Thatcher fucking threw out onto the streets? That bitch. Yeah, let's close the mines and go to the Falklands. This fucking chick. What does she know? Am I right, guys? Look at me throwing out my 1980s politics. I think it started with farmers, actually. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. Let's just watch Strictly Come Dancing and go to Blackpool and call it a weekend. Am I right, guys? All right, awesome. Oh, yeah, boy, this stream went way off rails, and it actually wasn't Nikki's fault. It was me trying to figure out food. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten since yesterday morning. Not good. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I just haven't eaten. But yeah. So anyway, so I gotta finish. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I will I will lock the table of contents of Seasons of the Muse today and get that ready to go. And then get like the formatting done for that. Figure out what size I want the book to be. If I'm going to go 4x7 or 6x9. I guess it depends on how long the book is. If the book's too long, I don't think I will go 4x7. That would just be a big fat book, and the gutter would be too high up in the thing. I don't think I want to do that. Maybe go in the middle, like a 5x. What would that be? A 5x7? Sounds like a photograph. No, it would be a 5x8. Also sounds like a photograph. I understand. Anyway, so we'll do that. And then next month, get Poetry is Bullshit done by June 1st. Get that locked. And then finish writing the novel by September 1st. Those are the goals, guys. I'm actually going to be submitting some artwork to a couple exhibitions. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, I guess, if that's a thing. Yeah, those are good goals. You know, we all need goals. We got to get on this shit. Yeah, this is me just thinking right now. I'm trying to plot because this week was supposed to be the week that I start having you guys hold me accountable and me like spending time writing and working on the novel and doing all the shit. And then because of all my personal adulting bullshit, I like completely fucked everything off this week. And so that sucks. But also I did get a lot of writing done, and I actually wrote a song, like a full beginning to end song, for like the first time in years. Probably that's not true. I wrote a song in 2019. I did write a song in 2019. So I don't know, 5 years then. Wait, what year is it? It's 2025, 6, whatever. Fuck it. But that's kind of cool. Like, I don't write songs very often anymore. So that's good shit. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Just trying to be creative, trying to be productive, trying to work on the things being self-aware teaches you, and trying to not be a stick in the mud. and trying to not use bad cliches. So, whatever. Come see, come saw, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Carpe diem. Am I right, guys? Am I fucking right? All right. So let's do a little bit of this. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. I have a mentorship call in a little bit here. So I'm going to get ready for that. And if you guys would like to do something like that, just drop me a line and let me know. Perfect. All right. Peace be with y'all. And members, I'll see you tomorrow. And there's a new video that will probably come out tomorrow or Tuesday about and it's something I've kind of talked about before, but like I went into more detail, but it's about how you can damage a relationship because of writing about it. I know that was a vague way of talking about it, but blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyway, do the thing, everybody. And I don't know. I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Take care.